Okay, here is the machine with the W foot, which is the embroidery foot. I'm going to take it off, and there is a screw right here. So you're going to just unscrew it and remove the foot. And notice it's got like this little thing right here goes around the screw there. So anyway, this is what an ankle looks like. And see, it's got the white rectangle on the front. And there's that little hook thing. That little hook thing goes underneath the foot. And there, you just slide it up underneath and then screw it in. You might want to take your screwdriver and give it an extra little turn. And this is the J foot, which is the general purpose foot. And underneath right here in the front part of the foot, there's a little spring underneath, like a little C-shaped thing, and there's a bar right here on the foot, and this is a way on all the feet. You just position that bar up underneath, and then you're going to lower the presser foot, and I'm just using the manual one, which is on the inside of the machine right here. And that's all. You're ready to sew. So let me show you how to put in a bobbin. And yes, I have an embroidery bobbin right now, but it doesn't matter. That you have your bobbin. Okay, and these are take an class 15 bobbin. In order to put the bobbin in the case, you're going to push this little, there's a little plastic lever. You push it, and your bobbin cover comes off, and you're going to make the letter P with your bobbin. P stands for perfect. If it makes a Q, quit it. It's wrong. And you drop your bobbin in, and then you're going to pull on the thread and run it through this channel right here. Okay. And you can cut it. You don't have to bring it up. And then you just put the bobbin case back in by putting this side in. There's a little silver clip there. Just put it underneath and put it down. Okay. And now we're ready to sew. So let's take a look at just basically what these buttons are. Okay. So right here, this is a start button. If you have your foot pedal in and you're sewing, you don't need to use it. Whenever it's green, it's ready to do something, either sew or embroider. On sewing, this one above here is your reverse key so that it'll sew backwards. This one up here is a single stitch. I don't have anything in there. Okay. If you hit it, the needle goes down. If you hit it again, the needle goes up. So it gives you a half of a stitch. Okay. This is the scissor key. This one that you can't see the thing anymore because I worn it off is how you can raise and lower the presser foot. So here we go. So as I touch it here, watch the presser foot goes up and down. Notice when it's up, the light turns red, which means it's not ready to sew. Okay. This one, this slider bar right here is your speed governor. So when it's to the left, no matter how hard you hit the pedal, it doesn't like what I'm doing. Okay, it'll tell you when it doesn't like what you're doing. And then the more you turn it to the left, the faster the machine can go. And this is your threading. Okay. And for threading, at the top of the machine is a diagram. Right up here on the top here is a diagram that shows you that if you are threading the machine, you're going to follow the solid line. So it would go, this isn't the right thread, but it goes under this bar. And let me raise this up. Okay. You go, there's this little silver thing, so you go to loop it around the silver thing, go around with the path, follow it down to 2, go around where it says 3, and usually I'll put my finger on the thread so it'll hold it taut. Then come here and just click it, just clip it off because there's a knife in there. Then you're going to hit this green button, and it should thread itself. Okay, and then just usually then pull your loop through, you're ready to sew. Okay, now so those are the buttons. Let's see, now to wind a bobbin, what you would do is you would go like, let's see, bring it back up. I usually have my thread stand on, so I have it on thread stand. I'll run it. Then you follow the dotted line for winding a bobbin, and it'll show the picture at the top, and you go around the tension disc. Then we need a bobbin, and I don't have one up here. Is there a bobbin in here? No, I don't have a bobbin. Well, here, I got this one. It's already wound, but you get the idea. Okay, this slips here. You would run this around about 6 times like that, and then clip it underneath here. There's a knife, there's a thing that will, it's got little blades here, so you tuck the edge of the thread in here. And let me undo it because I don't want to make a jam. Okay. Then there's this lever right here. And that will, well, it's already full. It will turn the bobbin, and then when it's full, it stops. And it's full, so it's stopping already. Okay, and I'll do one more thing. We'll talk about what's on the screen for sewing. Okay, and if you have any questions, give me a call. But I don't want to make this too long for you. Okay, so let me get this in front of the screen. Okay. Okay, those are those 4 buttons: utility stitch, character, embroidery, and embroidery edit. If you have your arm on, it automatically goes to embroidery edit. This is how you select your stitches, and you have some stitches here, and these are different pages with other stitches on it. I'm just going to stick to the one for now, but like here's the one for the buttonhole. It shows you what all the buttonholes look like, but let's just pick this one. Okay, these are the different stitches. So you have left needle, center needle, and I'm just going to do a straight stitch, and I like center needle, so I'm putting it on center needle. What this button does down here, we'll just go through. This one is going to activate the automatic pivot feature, and I'm not sure what version of Ellegante you have. It isn't on all of them. If you don't have it, then yeah, it's not on your version. But on the one I have, that's the pivot feature. That means that whenever you sew and you stop sewing, you take your foot off the gas, the needle goes into the fabric and the presser foot raises up. That's all that is. This is your automatic reverse and your automatic scissor. I don't use those. They're too confusing. Okay. This one here mirrors your thread. This you're telling it if you're using a double needle or a single needle. It goes to single. Okay, now this where it says width, this is the width of your stitch unless it's a straight stitch, because if it's a straight stitch, there's no width, and this becomes needle position. Because see, as I move, and it's hard to see my screen, it's kind of dim, but as I move it, here I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the needle. I don't know if you can see that needle. Can't see the needle. But as I move the width, see that needle move? It changes position. I think you can see it. Okay? Sorry. And this is your stitch length. And this is your tension. Anytime you see a black box, that is the factory default. So what you want to do is just play with your width and your length and your tensions. You know, you'll know when it's bad, and you can lower the tension. Like a low tension is 3, a high tension is 7. And that's it. You just do plus or minus. So that gives you, now there is an advisory here that if you want to know how to do something, let me see, where is it? Can't remember, is that one? Nope, that's not it. If you want to do something here, okay? Like over here, if you want to do a straight stitch, you're going to push the thing that looks like a blouse at the top. Then it's going to walk you through how to do, say, overcasting. and you would pick the stitch, and it tells you what it's used for. Or if you're doing a buttonhole, it tells you pick the stitch, and then you can page up and down, and it tells you pretty much. Oh, there's something else in here. I get the machines confused because there's so many different things. Clues. Oh, here it is at the very bottom. That's what I was looking for. Okay, if you hit that and you want to know how to, basic operations, say you want to know how to wind a bobbin, it'll tell you right here. And if it's, so that shows you how to do it. The parts of the machine, there's lots of little buttons here you can go through. Here's basic embroidery, tells you how to put the arm on, take it off, that kind of thing. Okay, so that's all I'm going to give you for today. So I want you to play with your stitches, especially on this front panel. Try some zigzags, try to make them wider and skinnier. Take your stitch length, make them dense, make them further apart, more zigzaggy or more satin stitch. And notice, like, if you pick a stitch and you don't know what it's for, here it's telling you what foot you use with it. And the pattern selector over here tells you what that stitch is used for. So you don't have to always get the book out. Okay, so I'll talk to you later. Have fun. Bye.